Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all are fine. Dear students, in our previous video we explained some of the headings. Now we will explain book page number 5, 6 and 7 in detail. The development of computers in history can be divided into two eras. Mechanical non-electronic computers are introduced first. The word computer comes from the word computer, which means to calculate, so device used for calculations are also categorized as computers. Students, first computers were mechanical. They did not use electricity, people moved them with their hands. What does computer means? Computer means a machine that calculates. How computers change? Simple tools, electric computers, smart computers with AI. Who started it? Charles Babbage is called the father of computer. He made the first mechanical computer. Developments in the history of computers. The history of computers is divided into two big parts. First part is mechanical non-electronic computers. What are mechanical computers? The word computer comes from compute. Compute to calculate, to do maths. So any tool that was used to do calculations was also called a computer even if it did not use electricity. Abacus. Abacus is a wooden frame with beads strung on rods used for simple to complex calculation of addition, subtraction, multiplication and even division. They have been used for centuries and their exact origin is not known but goes back to 3500 BC. They are still in use in some part of Russia and China. Students, an abacus is a wooden frame with beads. The beads are on rods like you can see in this picture. People use it to do math calculation. It can do addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, from easy sums to hard ones. People have been using the abacus for hundreds of years. It started around 35 BC. That's very old. We don't know exactly who invented it. Even now, people in some parts of Russia and China still use the abacus to calculate. Students, abacus is one of the first tools for calculating. It helped people to do math before calculators and computers were invented. Napier Bones is a manually operated calculating device created by John Napier of Merchiston, Scotland for the calculation of products and quotients of numbers. Students, Napier Bones are manually calculating tools. That means you use your hands to move them. No electricity needed. You can see them in this picture. They are wooden sticks kept in a box. They were invented by John Napier. He was from Merchiston, Scotland. So instead of doing big sums in your head, people use these sticks to get the answer faster. Napier bones are wooden sticks made by John Napier to help people to do multiplication and division easily. They are one of the first mechanical calculating tools. Pascaline. It was the first mechanical calculator invented in 1642 by Blaise Pascal, which can actually add values in any quantity and was produced commercially in 1644. Students, Pascaline was the first mechanical calculator. It had wheels and dials. Like you see in this picture, you turn the wheels to do maths. It invented by Blaise Pascal in 1642. Later it was sold to people in 1644. It could add numbers of any size. This was a big dials because before this people had to add everything by hands. Students, Pascaline could also do multiplication, but it did multiplication by adding the same number again and again. For example, 5 multiplied by 3 is equals to 5 plus 5 plus 5. Students, the Pascaline was the first real mechanical calculator made by Blaise Pascal. It could add numbers and was the first calculator to be sold to people. Slide rule. Slide rule is also another mechanical analog computer which is used mostly for multiplication and division and for functions such as exponents, roots, logarithms, and trigonometry. It was invented in 1600 by William Oshard. It is not typically designed for addition or subtraction. Students, a slide rule is a mechanical tool that looks like a long ruler with sliding parts. It's shown in the picture on the right. No electricity needed. It was invented in 1600 mostly for multiplication and division. It was also used for harder maths like exponents, roots, logarithms, trigonometry. It was not designed for addition or subtraction. For that, people used other tools like Pascaline. Now, we have covered four mechanical computers: abacus, addition and subtraction. Number two, Napier bones, multiplication and division. Number three, Pascaline, addition and multiplication by adding. Number four, slide rule, multiplication, division, scientific maths. Electronic computers. Electronic computers, also known as digital computers, came into existence after the vacuum tubes. Students, electronic computers are also called digital computers. These are the computers that use electricity to work. Electronic computers came after mechanical computers like abacus and Pascaline. They started after the invention of vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes, what is vacuum tubes? Small glass parts that help computers turn on and do calculation faster. Students, electronic digital computers are the computers that use electricity and vacuum tubes. They came after mechanical computers are were much faster. So the history goes like this: mechanical computers, electronic computers, then modern computers with AI. First generation of computers. First generation of computers were the first electronic computers. They were biggest. They took up a whole room like the picture. Slowest compared to computers today. Smallest memory could not store much data, uh, give accurate results, but took time. They use vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes made a lot of heat. That's why special air conditioners were needed to keep them cool. They needed a lot of maintenance and cost a lot of money to run. Second generation of computers. In the second generation, computers started using transistors instead of vacuum tubes. Because of transistors' size, computers became smaller, maintenance less problems, easier to maintain, speed become faster, memory could store more data, performance and accuracy both became better. So, overall, second generation of computers were much better than first generation. You can see one in the picture on the right. In the third generation, transistors were replaced with IC chips. IC means integrated circuit. An IC chip is a small chip that has many transistor, resistors, and circuits inside one single chip, like the CPU chip shown in the picture. Because of IC chips, Size computers became much smaller, speed became faster, accuracy gave more accurate results, memory, there was more space for memory. New thing in this generation. These were the first computers to use modern IO device like monitor to see output, keyboard to give input, printer to print results. Third generation computers used IC chips instead of transistors. They were small, fast, and used monitor, keyboard, and printer just like a computers today. Fourth generation of computers. What changed? Fourth generation of computers use microprocessor. A microprocessor is a tiny chip that has thousands of ICs inside it. It's like the brain of the computer. Because of microprocessor size, these are the smallest computers of all generations. They can easily fit on an office desk, laptops. Because of this laptops were also possible speed, these are the fastest computers. Memory, they have large memory. Maintenance, they need the least maintenance. Reliability, they are highly reliable and don't break down easily. You can see the inside of a desktop computer in the picture. Students, let's go deeper. Fifth generation of computers. Main focus software, not just hardware. The first four generations improved computers by changing hardware. First, vacuum tubes, second, transistors, third, ICs, and fourth one is microprocessors. Fifth generation shifted the focus to software and intelligence. The goal was to make computers that could think. Core technology, artificial intelligence, AI. Artificial intelligence, the ability of a computer system to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. How does it work with sensors to see, hear, touch the environment? Software and algorithms to process information learned from data and make decisions. Large memory, parallel processing to handle huge amounts of data at once. Students, the goal of fifth generation is scientists in Japan started the fifth generation of computer project in 1982. Create computers that could reason, understand images, speak languages, and make decisions like humans. We are still working towards that full goal. Today's computers are narrow AI like good at a specific task. General AI like in movies is still future. Now students, inshallah, we will meet in the second lecture. Until then, Allah Hafiz.